Hey guys, it's Chris from Smithy Fitness. Welcome back. Good to see you. So I'm on the field of my old high school. It's many years ago that I graduated. I don't even want to think about that. But I want to talk to you about risk taking today. And specifically the title is, take risks or be left behind. But I'm going to do a suitcase carry while I talk and get a workout in. So when I say take risks, I'm talking about taking calculated risks, not being reckless. And taking calculated risks allows you to have a life above average. With no risk, you're going to live average, okay? So you're going to have an average income, average worth, average love life, average fitness. You got to take risks if you want to reach the next level. Now, taking risks is risky. You can go down for a short period of time before you go up, as some of those risks won't pay off. In fact, I was a stockbroker. I started in 85. I was actually a floor trader in 84. I guess stockbroker was 86. In any event, I took a lot of risks from my clients in those days. And, when you have a risk, you're supposed to have a payoff. And I'm telling you, for 10 years or so, I was not even breaking even. I was losing money. I was losing clients because they were losing money. It was rough, and I'm thinking, I'm taking risks. I should be rewarded. But I was taking dumb risks. As I look at it now, in hindsight, I wasn't doing my homework. I wasn't properly calculating the potential problems of taking these risks. And that really cost me. So that's the thing about taking risks, is you learn in a hurry because it hurts. Okay, you drop your first $5,000 investment, it goes to $1,000. You learn in a hurry not to do that same thing. And I'm going to tell you, it probably took me 10 years to not only break even, like to just barely break even with my trades, but then to start to very slowly start to make money, and then begin to get become a really good trader, a pro trader, a professional trader, a trader that makes a living and makes a damn good living. But I had to go through that learning experience, that time of failure and disappointment. Now, with the internet and all the great information, you can really cut that time down. You don't have to take 10 or 12 years, but be prepared to do some losing. Think of it as tuition. It's your tuition to greatness. Take those risks and you'll flourish. Okay, I'm gonna do some push-ups and some pull-ups and kick the ball a bit. I'll show you a little bit of that. Okay, I'm carrying the 24 kilo bell, by the way, which is about 53. I've also got the 28 with me, but I've been using that when I'm walking with two hands and I'm just getting a workout, not talking to you guys. Okay, so one mistake I made when I was a young stockbroker is, and it was a big mistake, I put all my clients in this one stock. It was called Tut Enterprises, and they had plastic kettles. They were the second biggest seller in the world of plastic kettles. And they'd been doing it for some years, and they were gonna, become number one. And then they were just putting together a toaster that was gonna go through the same sales process. And they figured they'd sell, 1 million toasters as well. Anyway, I bought it, and I got all my clients loaded. And of course, the toasters were a flop, the kettles were a flash in the pan, and the stock ultimately went to zero. I lost a lot of clients, a lot of personal money, family money, because I really put everyone in it. So I learned from it. And you got to learn, have they made a profit so far? How's their balance sheet? Do they have cash? What's their debt situation? what's their nut? You know, this company had 100 employees on 3 different assembly lines. So their costs were high, their fixed costs were high. They're in a big warehouse. Anyway, so I learned to mitigate those risks, and now I don't make that mistake anymore. But if you don't make the mistake, there's a pretty good chance you never learn that lesson. At least not the lesson deep down. If you get complacent, those mistakes can creep up again, and that's happened to me over the years. You know, I start making money, start thinking I'm really good at this, and then you get slammed down. It's just the nature of the beast. But anyway, so take calculated risks. Whoa, not just a risk for the sake of, gambling. We're not talking gambling. We're not talking about roulette. We're not even talking about blackjack or poker. I know there's skill to poker, but there's still, quite a lot of luck that's needed. So calculated risks, go through all the situations, all the things, the pluses and the minuses, and then make your best decision, and then go at it. When you find something that's really working, you got to go at it. Now in the fitness realm, it's the same thing. You've got to lift some heavy deadlifts. You've got to squat some heavy squats. And I'm always hearing, oh, but I'll get hurt. I'll hurt my back. I'll hurt my knee. You don't need to do that. And I'm here to tell you that you do need to do it. You need to push. And once in a while, you need to hit a heavy single or a heavy double. Now look, if you're 60 and you've never squatted before, obviously, you need maybe 2 years of squatting before you go for a heavy single or a heavy double, or at least 1 year and a good coach. But, we need to do those things as well. So not taking risks is a life destined for mediocrity. And man, mediocrity sucks. Don't be mediocre. Flame out either, with spectacularly, well, don't flame out, I'm kidding, but, take some even small risks will get you further ahead. All right, let's kick the ball. Okay, I gotta do this fast. The wind is howling today. It's been knocking my camera over. Here we go. Big kick. Okay, that was only mediocre. Hit the upright, like the football upright, not the crossbar. But what the hell? Just out here to have a good time. My camera's about to go. There's an oil man's club in Texas, and I might have talked about this once before. But all the Dallas, I guess, oil executives are members of it, and it's an old boys club. This is a story from some years back. It may not be quite like this anymore, but I suspect it is. And they had bragging rights to the member who had the biggest loss, the most spectacular flame out billion-dollar loss. Because oil is a boom and bust industry. You do great, then you do terribly. When things are good, you borrow a whack of money, and then things go bad, and oil goes to $20 a barrel, and your costs are 32, and the math doesn't work. So these oil men, they've got good senses of humor. They've, gallows humor, we call it, right? When things are bad, you can still make a joke, you can still have fun in a kind of a wry manner. And then over the years, those losses, those embarrassments, those heartbreaks become your best stories, right? The time maybe you were drunk and disorderly, let's say, and you spent a night in jail. Not that I ever did that, but I know people who did. It's a great frickin' story 30 years later. So there's some glory about taking a big loss. We don't want to do it, but it's just kind of a byproduct. So don't be afraid. There's always something good comes out of it. You become an interesting man, the most interesting man in the world with the biggest loss ever, whatever. But there you go. Take some risks, have some fun with it. It's not so serious, man. We're all going to be dead at some point. So get out there, make it happen. Thanks for watching, guys. It's like a hurricane out here today. It's been blowing my camera over, but I think I'm done. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next one.